Hello and welcome to PSGL round 7 at Austria. Today we arrive 16 points behind Jana Otmir, championship leader. 1 point behind is Joni Tormler, further 5 behind is Danny Moreno. Going into this, I knew pace was pretty okay. Like, race pace, I didn't do much, so I didn't know where I really stood there. But I knew if you just hook it up, you definitely still get a good result. You see it on my first Q1 run, I invalidate, which was it was a very lazy invalidation, so that really shouldn't have happened, but it is what it is. Now on my second run, getting turn 1 decently. I just have a car in front, Lucas Blakely setting a 3.2, that should safely see him through to Q2. Now just after 100 metres into the hairpin, second gear up to third to avoid wheel spin, and now down the second DR straight, going down into the turn 4 hairpin, hitting the apex nicely, but as you see out of here I get a screen freeze which lost me like two and a bit temps, which yes, annoying. You see a 44.2 going into last, which it's not very fast. You want to be doing probably in Q1 0.9 going to last. So yeah, already down on quite far around a minute track. You see there, just invalidating, pushing too hard. But it's a 3.5, which wouldn't get me through anyway. That is not very quick. But now heading on to my fresh set of tyres I used in Q1. This is crucial. Got to get a good lap time in to proceed through to Q2. First corner, pretty decent, carrying good speed. It's going to be a 8.7 first sector, which you can work off it. It's okay, nothing brilliant, but you definitely can get a decent time still off this. But now going down into turn 4, braking just after 100 meters, clipping that. Going to gain quite a bit of time here because the exit on the final on the other run was quite bad, and there was a screen freeze. As I think the time comes here, yeah, you see there 2.5 attempts up immediately. Messing that up a little bit, not carrying enough speed. But into the final 2 turns, just take it cautiously, and there should be enough to get through to Q2. So yeah, a bit on the edge there, but yeah, the final turn I just took it really cautiously. So 3.275 gets us comfortably through in P7 to Q2.
That is a millimeter.
Is it?
Don't
Yeah, I knew that. So yeah, Nicholas Longay in P1, Jana Otmir P2, both 1.1s, so they're looking fast, getting hard to beat them. Same with Danny Moreno, obviously he's always fast. But now, into Q2, this was actually just going to be a slow lap on purpose.
Better reference point.
Even though I did a faster turn 1 than I did on Q1 on used tyres, so brilliant. As you hear me in the background, I'm doing this lap, not invalidating it purely because I know I can improve it on the mediums if I need to by quite a bit. But it will just be so, even if worst comes to worst, I can just do this lap and go out of Q2, but I won't be 15th, I might be 14th or 13th, just in case like someone else invalidates all their runs, if that makes any sense. You see Jarno sets a 0.263 on the softs, so I think he's definitely going to be going for the soft strategy. But you see it, going to the end of quali, I've decided to take a risk to start on the mediums no matter what. If I get through to Q3, I get through to Q3, and if I don't, then I'll be on the ultra strat, and the ultra strat is always decent. But through turn 1, not getting it hooked up really. 7/800ths down. Yeah, it didn't really hook up very well. 947, it's not good at all. Getting a decent hairpin though, carrying decent speed and getting the traction early. Only 300ths down now, my 0.8, so really going to want to make bigger improvements than this. But now through that hairpin, just, yeah, it's just not committed enough. And now through here, too much speed, it looks like, yeah, and just run wide. Would have got an invalidation, so back off. And now I've only got one run to the end of Q2 if we're going to get through or not. But you just see it cooling down the tyres, going to let the Alpha Tauri behind go through of Joni Tormala, who's another championship rival. Only 1 point behind me in the championship, so crucial to beat him. But now starting my final run, got to get a good lap here to hopefully proceed through to Q3. But as soon as, yeah, nice. Turn 1 was worse than before, so far it's not going to plan, but hairpin got decent traction, still down on my lap I did before though, so it's not going well at all. But obviously we're going to be on for like a 0.4 or 0.5 at this moment in time, so ideally we're aiming for a 0.2, but it is what it is. Just got to send it and hopefully get the best time we can. See it, getting decent rotation, not on the power as early as I wanted, but yeah. See 2, nearly 3 temps up, going through here. Final 2 corners, sending it, but not sending it enough, no commitment there. And only 4 temps up, so it's going to be a low 4, which is just not good enough, really. As I say, they're a rubbish lap. And I knew at this point I'm going to be out. You see a P13 behind Timon and Lucas. And Joni Tormala, Danny Moreno and Jarno Otmir, my 3 championship rivals.
Oh, no,
1, 2, 3. As in Q3 here, Jarno's going to go for pole, and he does. Like you expect, being Jarno Otmir. But Danny unfortunately messed up, and the top 3 here, as I say, Piotr, he could have got pole actually with a really good last sector. But my 3 championship rivals are 1, 2, and 3.
0, 2.
So that isn't exactly what you want, but still,
Do you know
the
if
AUSTRIA is
John Evans
decent,
had
and you
good
definitely get
stats?
a good result off it.
Don't worry, he'll be crashed off at turn 3, so that's alright.
Yeah, that's
As
true.
I say there, making a joke to John. But now, starting the race, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and lights out. Away we go, trying to get a good start. Timon on right gets a bit of a better one, but he's boxing on the inside so we can carry more speed around the outside and get a better traction as we do there. But Lucas gets on the curb, so I have to wait. And now at this point Lucas is weaving around a lot, so I didn't know where he was going to end up start braking, but I go to the outside knowing that I can carry more speed, and we end up getting Timon and Nicholas around the outside. So that is really good considering Nicholas is on tyres he got through to Q3 on the mediums, so he's on older tyres. But now Ruben and Lucas going side by side. That's crucial that Ruben held onto the position because we can't let Lucas get away. There's John there, got damage on lap 1, turn 1, so you couldn't really do anything looking at the instant. Bit of an unfortunate one, but back onto the race. Lucas is trying to get past Ruben Vallejo already. Really trying to make up ground and get close to the leaders because it's going to be quite crucial, depending on everyone's soft pace and our medium pace going on to, so we can like reduce the undercut that the soft guys get on us. But now onto lap 4. Lucas is going for a move on Ruben Vallejo and he makes him run a bit wide, and now he's getting back in the slipstream, going weaving around a bit, going down the inside at turn 4, and he makes the move stick. So Luke's on a charge, but at this point I knew he had used a lot more ERS than me. And as I said, Luke's getting past a lot of cars, but he has used like probably
Yeah.
40% of his ERS, and I've
No
used
problem.
like
Go
none.
faster.
So the patient game might pay off depending how easily the cars will fight us ahead to get down the inside of Ruben Vallejo. He let me pass because we were in a Discord call, and he was on softs, so the softs are going to slowly start dying soon. Right, I'll be on Samuel Bean now. I'm going to try and make a move on him, get up his gearbox, maybe make a mistake. But as you see here, going through turn 1, he runs a bit wide, gets a bit of snap, and he's on the sausage curve, so traction for him is awful. We slide down his inside, getting an easy move, trying to use minimal ERS. As you can see here, there's only one car between me and Lucas now, and Lucas has used a considerable amount of ERS compared to
Really
me.
old. When you were.
So, as you see here, Wilson's going to pits, and Lucas gets held up even more with Fabrizio Donoso and Piotr Stachelek in front. I was going to try and get a move on Pietro, but he used a bit of ERS to counter, but should be able to get better traction on the mediums, as we do. We're going to go down the inside or outside. It's going to be the inside, going into turn 3. Braking later, easy move. Push him on the curb so he can't get better traction, but there we go. And now we're right up behind Lucas with 80% ERS, and he had about 50 to 60 at this point, so we've got the advantage on the ERS, but he's got track position, that's always more useful. But now coming up behind Fabrizio Donoso, going to go for a move into turn 1 on him. At this point I just outbroke myself, back end dancing, and yeah, just a bit of a silly move from me, wasting ERS and track position. But now we're going to try set up another move on him eventually, because his softs are going to be dying very fast. But on lap 13 he was still in Lucas's DRS, but I thought I needed to get past, just get right in behind Lucas, try push him along. So I go down the inside here.
I'm there. I'm alongside.
You see there, he kind of turned in, not really, but yeah, I don't know what to think of it. I think it's a racing incident, but at this point I think I've got damage. The car just understeering everywhere, and it was just really hard to drive on the mediums. You see 1.5 is the gap, and starting lap 15, 1.5, 3 tenths behind Patrick Cepos, who gets slide on the exit there. Timer shooter, 1 second back with Louis Welch with 3-second penalty, and now look, 3.2 to Lucas Blakely. I did let Patrick Cepos go because, to be honest, at this point I was struggling, and Patrick's ERS light is flashing, so we might be able to get a move on him, because this is the lap I decided to pit, but not close enough unfortunately, and he keeps his position. But now heading into the middle sector, I'm going to try put a bit of pressure on him. With Timon was pushing quite hard as well in this stint. He was trying to get past, to get on the back of Patrick Cepos, but we were able to keep him back. As I'm going to make a late dive into the pits, because you have to respect the pit lane. Staying within the white lines, because again that's a rule. But as you see here, the two Williams have both double stacked, and we are right behind him in the pit lane, so I bet you can guess what happens here.
I can't believe what I've just witnessed. I can't believe it.
Yeah, as you see there, 5-6 seconds lost, just because Michael Romanidis
What a joke.
pit and double stacked with Patrick Seepos.
What?
I don't know really what to say about that. That's just unfortunate, I guess. And now we've come out in P15,
What
and
a joke.
at this point I was the only driver in the league to score in every single race. And at the moment it's looking really unlikely that I'm going to score any points. But all I can do now is just get head down and do my best. As you see, timing comes out like what's that? 1.6. What? Yeah, 1.6 ahead of me, and I probably got a 1.5 second undercut. So
Why?
we lost a lot to him. And he's got one lap fresher tyres, which on softs is quite an advantage. As you see here, Ruben Vallejo catching back up to him on the mediums. So we're going a lot faster at this moment, being on the soft tyres and him on the mediums. Later into the race, they're really going to be better. As he runs a bit wide there, probably getting a warning. But he turns off his overtake, ERS and DRS, because he wants to just let me past. Let me get on my race, because again, they're in the Discord call. So we get down the inside there. But now, on lap 29, caught up to Patrick Seepos. Going to try get a move on him, because it's crucial, because timing is got past Ben Sabo. So we need to... The aim I was going to try do this race was beat Timon, because that was going to be really hard to do, but also it was possible. So going to the outside of Patrick Seepos, making the move. He's not going to fight because he's on hards, and he's going to be a threat at the end of the race, but with 6 seconds of penalties, I doubt he can really be a threat to us in the end. But yeah, now it's Ben Sabo in front, with timing all over Piotr Stachelek on the mediums. So he's going to be really struggling right now, because the softs are still fast, so we're just trying to get a good exit as we do, just about. Put an overtake on, and going to try to get a move onto Bence, maybe even Piotr as well. As timing covers the inside, we just got more grip, getting past Bence, and then Piotr gets pushed onto the curb by Timon, and we get the move down the inside. And I was going to try get a move on Timon, but I just wasn't close enough to get a massive slide through turn 4, and Bence looks for a move on me. But ahead, as you can see, Lucas Blakely actually hit the back of, I think it's Fabrizio Donoso, into the hairpin like a lap or two ago. So he's got damage. You see it really slow. He's got so much understeer, and he ain't gonna destroy any of our races. As you can see here, Lucas Blakely really struggling. Gonna go down the inside, easy move. He isn't gonna ruin us that badly. But yeah, now up behind Timon as I block the outside line just so Bence can't send one down the inside, but I get a massive slide, and he's going to go for it down the inside, which turns to the outside for this corner, so no way he's going to make it round there. As I make the move stick on the inside, you see Wilson up ahead, Timon all over him, because obviously on those mediums it is going to be really hard, as he was actually one of the first to pit, so he's really going to be struggling, as that is crucial. Joni Tormla spins onto the inside there as we go down the inside of Wilson Hughes, making the move just about, leaving it in space. He maintains position there in front of Bence. But yeah, Joni spinning, that is crucial, because now that makes us like not under real loads of threat in the championship now from him, because the point system's different. He's going to be like 10 points behind, which is quite big in this point system. But now Time and Samuel Bean go and make contact, and we have to go down the inside. of Samuel Bean and up into P5. So this has been a really, really good comeback so far from what happened in the pit lane.
Okay,
Not far off the lead, only
Yes, yeah, you can see it.
2 seconds off the lead.
Nice job, Mario.
Starting the final lap now, I charged up my ERS just a little bit so that I could attack maybe tyre him, but you see it's 7 tenths behind. But up ahead, the two Mercedes are going side by side. Jarno Opmeer gets off the track, trying to get back on the track with time, and now pouncing on Jarno. Jarno in that instant actually got damage, so he is going to have a lot of understays. See it, we're already closing in right up to the back of him, and I knew as soon as going through here, I asked if Jarno had damage. You see it hitting the back of him because he's got damage.
Yano damage?
And Room says he thinks
so.
there's damage, which he definitely does. We both burn our ERS up to the final 2 corners. We got to get a move done here. It's crucial for the championship. Into the final 2 corners, trying to set up the last corner. He gets a massive snap, and we're going to go up to the line, side by side. Oh, we're going to get it. No.
No! Oh wait, I got him.
Yeah, but to be honest,
I
you
think
were
you didn't get
behind.
that.
And as you can see there, we just didn't get it.
Because if you
It says
score
we
every
did get
race,
it, but
it's
no,
rough,
we didn't.
you
And it's going
always
to change on the
You
final
did- you
result.
did
So
really good.
Fab
That
gets
race.
P1, Danny Moreno P2,
Pretty much
Time
nailed
and
the pit lap as
P3,
well,
Jarno
even
P4,
though
myself
didn't
P5,
do anything.
Samuel Bean P6,
if
Wilson
we haven't
P7,
blocked in the
Louis,
pit lane,
Patrick and
would have been
Lucas
in
round
P3.
out top 10. After that, all
Or
that,
we will win.
I will take P5. That was a really good comeback. But yeah, that's it from me. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one in China.
I don't